The COVID-19 pandemic, to state the obvious, has really forced changes into every single one of our daily lives. Among those, the need for space and social distancing, like we're doing right now, Evan.
Yeah, and it's not always easy to find, but the state agriculture department is now working to make it easier. That's new tonight at 10.
Terrible for 2 months ago, just terrible.
The coronavirus put significant stress on where, when, and how we get our food.
Much better. Much more what I would say is normal.
We've been following the national meat shortage since the start of the pandemic, and as things start to even out,
we had to really quickly shift gears from being a market-based farm to one that delivers directly to the end consumer.
We're getting a better view on how Oklahoma farms have kept the lights on.
Farmers already have crops in the field and stuff like that ready to go to market when that kind of all came together.
Andy Wooliver with Canadian Valley Farms says his business is actually booming. And part of it is through a new program designed by the state ag department.
Great opportunity for farmers and consumers to get together to buy farm fresh products, directly right off the farm.
They call it Loklahoma. That's Oklahoma with an L tacked onto the front. And it was basically a rush order to help get fresh food to Oklahomans.
It's kind of a link between local farmers and producers with consumers.
Produce and all of the pieces and materials that are created by farmers and ranchers across the state are still available. They're still growing in our Oklahoma fields and in our soil.
Community-supported agriculture programs are designed to help cut out the middleman, i.e. grocery stores, and they're getting some help through Loklahoma.
This is meat, dairy, honey, eggs, and produce.
Michaela Denker and Morgan Vance, both from the ag department, say it does not matter if you're looking for homegrown products or wanting to shop local or just trying to avoid grocery store crowds.
The amount of people that feel comfortable shopping in open air facilities, they don't want to go to the grocery store. They know that their neighbors are selling good food, that they know how it's raised and how it's produced.
Farms and ranches participating in the Loklahoma program span the entire state, so don't let city limits or county lines stop you from placing an order.
If you're in central Oklahoma, there may be a farm in northwest Oklahoma that's coming down to the Oklahoma City Farmers Market that has food available for you.
Right now, Loklahoma is just a Facebook page ran by the department, but they are working on getting a little more high-tech.
Doing things to avoid the crowds is inflating big time.
Getting outside and away from city areas, that's a booming business for the state since the start of COVID.
We call them country stays, and you can stay in an Airbnb out in the country on our farms and ranches, and they have other agricultural experiences like trail riding or farm-to-table meals or going to pick your own berries.
Experiencing all that Oklahoma has to offer. The ag department says the farms and ranches they work with are following all CDC guidelines, and they urge Okies looking to get out to keep their money inside the state.
It's worth it. It's worth investing in Oklahoma agriculture and agritourism. But yes, I think that...
Producer Amy Reese putting that story together for us. And as summer starts to wind down, you might be thinking about activities for the cooler weather. The ag department says plenty of pumpkin patches and even Christmas tree farms will be open, and they will be following CDC guidelines.